Coming to you live from Southern California. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the New York Mets taking on the Los Angeles Dodgers. First pitch coming your way next. About to get started here. And pitching in this game, Shohei Ohtani.
He has great stuff, Boog, but what I love most is his drive. You know, when he takes the ball, he's going to give you everything he's got and try to pitch deep into the ball game. He's a true competitor, which makes it easy for his teammates to play hard for him. We're not going to see him take many pitches off, I can promise you that.
Fouled off left side. To the right side. Steps on first for the out. Let's take a peek at the Mets lineup here. They're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Oh, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
One down, base is empty.
That's out the corner.
Swing and a miss. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever, if they do at all.
Now, Mark Vientos. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center. Back there. And that one is out of here. He circles the bases, and the Mets on the board first. It's 1-0.
They wasted no time in that at bat, swinging at the first pitch, and he punished it. It's like he's playing wiffle ball up there, and that's typically not the easiest way to hit a home run. To the slight opposite field, into the gap. Man, making it look easy, that's for sure.
2 outs, base is empty. Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boog, light tower power.
That's right. That one misses, and that's ball 1. Two outs, base is empty. Out to short. Whips it to first.
Yep,
and that takes care of Alonso. That's the 3rd out. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. It's an early 1-0 lead. Back after this on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and towing the slab in this one, Kodai Senga.
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Mookie Betts. The shortstop takes the ball.
1 ball, no strike.
That one way inside.
Straighten him up a little bit.
And another ball. And strike one to Mookie Betts. And a strike in there.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
Vientos whips it to first, and Betts is gone. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. Already trailing by a run in this one, they'll be looking to get on the scoreboard early on as well.
Well, it's just the one run, so not too big a hill to climb. But, yeah, if they can answer back in this inning or at least in the next couple, that'll maybe settle everyone into this ball game, and that includes their own starter on the mound.
Tommy Edman stands in now and watches strike one. Swing and a miss. No balls, two strikes. And ball one.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And a ball evens the count.
Really good take, especially with two strikes.
Fouls it back with two strikes.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
Here's a 2-2. And downstairs.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
The wind and the pitch. Draws the walk there. That's a great at bat. He saw a lot of pitches and earned a walk.
Well, a breaking ball in that 3-2 count kind of tells you that that's the pitch he has the most confidence in right now. Just couldn't find the strike zone.
Over to first, and he's safe. Freddie Freeman will come up to hit. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Flashes the leather on the running catch. Two down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
And now Teoscar Hernandez. That's off the inside corner, and it's 1-0. Edman off of first with two away. That one's in there, and it's 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that is downstairs, and it's 2-2. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. There's a ball. Throw. Safe.
Looks like they're trying to answer back on that run they gave up in the top of the first by being aggressive on the base paths. I like that, especially early in this ball game. Be aggressive while you can and see if it leads to some type of big inning.
Two outs and one in scoring position. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. He goes down looking. So it's no runs on no hits, no errors, and one man left. On to the second now from Dodger Stadium. It's the Mets 1 and the Dodgers nothing. Second inning set to go. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Ohtani measures 6 feet 4 inches, 210 pounds. Let's remember a major part of his resume are those 3 MVP awards.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Just missed.
He's a bad ball hitter, so even if you get him to chase pitches outside the zone, he still might beat you. Not an easy out by any means.
That missed by a lot. Yeah, that's ball 2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. In the air, left field, down the line. Dives, and he can't hang on. Throws to second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double. Runner in scoring position, no outs. Starling Marte up to hit. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Man at second. Just missed. In the air, fairly deep to right field. Pajes makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he makes it up to third with 1 away. Tyrone Taylor getting ready to hit.
This is all about situational hitting. It's crucial in this spot. Do whatever it takes to put the ball in play, and hopefully you find a gap in the defense.
First pitch misses.
Two balls, no strike.
1 away with a runner at third. There's a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter.
Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase. Swings and misses. The high heat, too much on that one.
That's tough. You see it well. I mean, that was clearly up and out of the strike zone, but that's one of the hardest things. That when you see a pitch out of the hand at eye level, that discipline to remember, I can't hit that pitch. If I can see it really well at eye level, I can't catch up to that pitch when a pitcher's got this kind of velocity.
In for a strike, and a count 1-1.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Mets lead 1. They're on top 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. The batter now will be Will Smith. Senga back to work. Ripped to third. And quickly one away in the second. Here's Max Muncy. There's the strike. One out, base is empty. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone. Swing and a drive, deep right field, way back there. Tattooed and gone. And this game is tied. It's 1-1.
Well, I'm sure there's a big grin on his face right now, Boog. He's probably had some of those that didn't stay fair, but off the bat, it looked like it was going to bend foul. Was able to keep it in there, tucked it nicely, and he gets the jog around the bases. Good for him.
Andy Pajes, the next to hit, takes ball one. Upstairs, Senga maybe a little less aggressive on the mound right now after that home run, Chris.
Yeah, it seems that way. You know, pitchers, they can come out, feel good, but then all of a sudden get touched up a little bit, and they start trying to throw instead of pitch. They're not trusting their stuff.
Next offering is fouled back. Well, he's been good for the most part. Is it going to take someone going out to the mound to maybe refocus him a bit?
Well, partner, every pitcher's a little different. I liken it to you. Sometimes you come in and you're not as focused, and I kind of do what it takes to get you on track, and then you have a great show. So perhaps it's the same with him. Nobody really wants their rhythm broken up, but sometimes they need a little pick-me-up.
And here is Michael Conforto. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Two down, bases empty, but one run across bottom half of inning number two. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. And that's down and away.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Next offering is fouled back. And it remains 2-2. Ripped to short. Tosses across to first. Inning over. Dodgers tie it up with a solo homer. All even at 1 apiece. You're dialed into the show. All set for the start of the inning. And now Luis Angel Acuna. And he pumps it a strike. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Liner, and this could be trouble. And that one's going to get into the corner. Makes the turn and heads for second. It's a leadoff double to start the third.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it.
Back to the top of the Mets order. Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. Fouled off. He was late.
Well, here's a game Lindor will never forget. One night in July of 2023, he went 5 for 5 with a home run, 2 triples, and he scored 3 runs. That stat line is so rare. Only one other player has done it. Guess who? Willie Mays in 1958.
And that one almost hit him.
Well, you've got to establish the inside part of the plate early, and that sends a message not just to this hitter, but to the rest of the lineup as well.
Just missed. Struck him out. Not what you're looking for after the leadoff double. A strikeout, and there's one away.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
Here's Juan Soto. He's 0 for 1. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. One out and a runner at second. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Ball one there.
1-1.
Late swing, foul to the left. Up and in, and he gets out of the way.
Oh, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
And a base hit. Here's the throw to the plate. Safe.
He's in there.
Comes the run from second. It's 2-1.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Takes an inside pitch and just fillets it over there to left field, and that's all he had to do is get something to the outfield grass to push that run across.
One gone, runner at first. And next for the Mets, Mark Vientos. He's already homered in this game. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. That ball was drilled 106 off the bat, and that's the kind of feedback that tells you you're right where you want to be with your swing mechanics.
Here's Pete Alonso. Grounded out his first time up. Can't make contact with the sweeper.
0-1.
Fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And stepping in for New York, Brandon Nimmo doubled his first time up.
I know we're still early in the stages of this game, but this at bat has the potential of being a difference maker. You've got to stay calm in the box.
And that one misses up and in. Ball one.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you had a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Swing and a miss. And it's 2-1.
Well, they came right at him right there, challenged him with the 2-0 fastball. Not sure exactly what he was looking for, but got to imagine that's a confidence booster on the mound. You're in that hitter's head a little bit.
2-2 now. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball. 2 men left stranded, but they do push across one. We move on to the bottom of inning number 3. It's the Mets 2 and the Dodgers 1. Back here in L.A. And now the rookie second baseman, Hae-Sung Kim. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. Next offering in there for a strike. That's strike 2. The other way, and foul ball. Foul ball, it stays 0-2. Went with the sweeper, but it misses.
1-2.
Towards first, Alonso. And he takes it himself for the out. Back to the top of the Dodgers order. Here's Mookie Betts now. Grounded out his first time. Down and away for ball 1.
Ball. 2 balls. No strikes.
That's a strike across the top of the zone. That misses the zone. They're now 3-1. Swinging a foul straight back. Got him looking. That K is his 3rd of the game. Here's a switch hitter, Tommy Edman. Walked and stole a base his first time. Smoked on the ground to second. In plenty of time to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. No runs, no hits, no errors. 3 innings complete. It's the Mets 2 and the Dodgers 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's the DH, Starling Marte. Swing and a miss. That one at 99. 0-1.
Well, these Mets doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
On its way to the corner, and that's a foul ball.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
So up next for New York, Tyrone Taylor. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Not even close there. And that is ball 1. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Headed towards the corner. And that is a foul ball. Base is empty, 1 away. Top half of inning number 4. Next pitch is outside. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Out there to center. Edmonds sprinting for this one. Brings it in with a nice running grab. 2 down. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. Pitch is in there. That's strike 1.
0-1.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Strike 3. It's a strikeout for Shohei. And the Mets go down 1-2-3. They lead it 2-1. Bottom of the 4th. Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. There's a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Nimmo sizing this one up. Nabs it. And there's 1 away. Here's Teoscar Hernandez. And a swing and a miss.
No ball. 1 strike.
Late on that fastball.
0-2.
The Dodgers trailing by a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That misses the zone. Now 1-2. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. He's notched 4 strikeouts now.
Usually when you see several pitches, you're going to get at least one that you might be able to do something with. But they didn't exactly challenge him in any way right there. And really, they just used his aggressiveness against him. I don't think he even got a pitch in the zone.
No, that's a good point, Singy. He goes down on strikes, but not a single pitch was actually in the strike zone. Smith batting for the 2nd time, and that's strike 1. That was the sweeper, but it missed. And it's fouled away. Goes down swinging. Kodai Senga picks up the strikeout. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here. And our score remains 2-1. Back here at Chavez Ravine, and stepping in is the speedy Luis Angel Acuna. Ohtani back to work. Here's a check swing roller left side. Throws across the diamond, and the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth.
Nice job of deception right there by the pitcher. Got the hitter out there a little bit, couldn't check his swing, and induces a nice little ground out.
So the batting order turns over, and now it's Frankie Lindor. 0 for 2 in this one. Lindor, a multi-Gold Glove Award winner, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was born in Puerto Rico. One down, base is empty. In the air, left field. Hernandez under this one. Pulls it down, and there's 2 gone. And next for the Mets, Juan Soto. And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Swinging a foul straight back. Deep drive down the line. Foul ball.
Hello.
And down on strikes. That's his 9th strikeout so far. Down in order go the Mets as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. And we're back. Bottom of the inning. Here comes that funky Muncy to the plate. That's in there. It's 0-1. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Oh, that's today's style of baseball right there, right? Big time velo on the bump and big time pop at the plate.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Andy Pages steps to the plate for the Dodgers. Fouled off down the right side. So the Dodgers are going to have to try and come from behind and try and get that offense going. Here comes the 0-1. That one hammered but pulled foul. Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
Michael Conforto will climb in. 0 for 1. He grounded out in his first at bat. That's off the mark, and that's ball 1. He swings and fouls one off. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Swings through that one for strike 2.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to.
Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts. Dodgers down in order, and they trail it here 2-1. Top of the 6th inning, and stepping in for New York, Mark Vientos. And a foul ball.
Looked like you got a little excited on that fastball. Got to think to yourself, I want to stay up the middle. That way, if you're a little bit early, you hit it out of the ballpark. If you're a little late, opposite field knock.
The 0-1. Tied him up inside with that one. Movement in the bullpen. Michael Grove looks to be getting ready for manager Dave Roberts. Vesia getting loose as well. Goes down looking.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after him.
Pete Alonso up now for the Mets. And that's a little bit high. Since debuting in 2019, no player in the majors has hit more homers than Pete Alonso. Just missed.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
And he swings over the top there.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Headed towards the corner. And it stays fair. Around first, heading for 2. Alonso headed for 3rd. The relay throw. The tag, and he's out trying for 3.
Absolutely perfect execution of the relay right there to cut him down at 3rd. And he probably should have shut it down at second base and been happy with the double, but it took a great play to get him. You just have to tip your cap.
Two down, base is empty. So up next for New York, Brandon Nimmo. 1 for 2. Right down to shoot. That's strike 1. Check swing, and he held up.
That's big right there, being able to check your swing. Think about the count swing. Instead of 0-2, he's sitting 1-1 against a really good arm.
And that skips in the dirt. Fouls one off. 2-2. On the ground at first. The flip to the pitcher covering, and the inning is over. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th. It's the Mets 2 and the Dodgers 1. Back here at Dodger Stadium, bottom of the 6th, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Hye-Sung Kim. Fastball for a strike at 95. That's ripped into the outfield. Makes the catch for the out.
Man, he smoked that fastball. He's all over it. It's just frustrating when you can't get it to fall. Maybe next time up, he'll find a hole.
Mookie Betts will make his way to the plate. That one missed. One down, base is empty. And that's a little bit high. Now 2-0. There's a strike to Mookie.
He must have been looking for something else because he gave up on that pitch a little early. It was right down Main Street. Probably not going to see a better pitch to hit in this at bat.
And that's through there for a strike. 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Whiff number 9 for him in this game. 9.
Just a mid-90s challenge fastball right there. Not much to it. And I'm sure he'd love another swing at it because it was in a very hittable location. Those are the swings where you can sometimes start to question yourself as a hitter and say, how did I miss that? But you know what happens.
Edman up to hit for the 3rd time as he lays off inside, ball 1. And another ball. The Dodgers down by a run here in the bottom of the 6th. That one well upstairs. And now 3-0. Freddie Freeman in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Let's see if he gives him anything to hit here. That one's in there. 3-1.
With 2 out and nobody on, you want to go right after this guy. He's the number 2 hitter, which means if he gets on, you've got some thunder coming up behind him.
On the ground, right side, and that's just foul. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Dodgers go down quietly. They're down 2-1. On the mound now, Michael Grove. Here's Starling Marte. First offering and it just misses.
1-0.
Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Chases the fastball up the ladder, struck him out. And next for the Mets, Tyrone Taylor. Singy, you got to appreciate a guy who's this good defensively. I mean, watching him track balls in the outfield, it is beautiful. That one blasted deep to right. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. And into second with 1 away. That's a double.
Waste no time there. Nice job going the opposite way with it. Letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
1 out. Runner at second. Francisco Alvarez, the next to hit, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. There's a strike at the knees. 0-1. So how much does his speed factor into his ability to go get it?
It's heartbreaking for the hitter because off the bat, he thinks this ball's going to get down. because of that speed and the ability to make up so much ground, he enters the picture and breaks a guy's heart.
Next offering is in for a strike.
There's one guy that I can think about, Bird, who started as a third baseman, Alex Gordon, and then became an elite perennial Gold Glover out in left field for the Kansas City Royals. But he's a guy, when you watch him play, you would imagine that that's all he ever played in his life was the outfield.
Got him looking. That's the second out.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Acuna in the box again, takes a strike. Yeah, some guys just have instincts, right? I mean, that's the way it goes. You talk about Larry Walker, the Hall of Famer, and his instinct on the bases, despite the fact that he didn't play a ton of baseball as a kid. This one in the dirt. Taylor at second with 2 down. One of the things that Jim Leland used to say when I was broadcasting with the Marlins, the longer a plate appearance goes for a batter, the more likely it is that something good will happen for the hitter. Man on second, 2 down. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swung on, belted. Raging back towards the wall. Makes the catch on the edge of the track. Mets strand 1, but they still lead it 2-1. Back here in L.A., set for the last half of the 7th. And here is Freddie Freeman. In there at the knees. 0-1. Action in the Mets bullpen. A.J. Minter, the veteran southpaw, is getting ready to come on if needed. Buto also throwing. Looking to get the tying run on base. Slashed foul down the right side. That'll hook off into the seats. That's inside. Base hit center field. And that puts the tying run on base.
I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
And here comes the Mets manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Kodai Senga gives way, and he was a tough nut to crack. Pretty stingy from start to finish. Back with the new arm after a quick break. Jose Buto on to pitch out of the pen here.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
No outs, runner at first. And now Teoscar Hernandez. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1.
1 strike.
Swing, and all the bat went flying there.
Well, we talk about throwing the hands, but not the bat, man. You want to hold on to that thing, and you can see his teammates over there. If he doesn't come through with the knock, he's going to get some business when he goes back to the dugout.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. with the go-ahead run at the plate here, the bottom of the 7th.
1 ball.
In the dirt. Tag, safe at second. And good hustle to move up. That's a wild pitch.
You know, sometimes it takes a reliever a little time to get comfortable with the mound out there, especially when they come in trying to be nasty with every pitch they throw. Not exactly what they were looking for when they called him in, though. We'll see if he can settle down.
So the tying run at second. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater. Will Smith to the plate.
Listen, there's absolutely no reason to pitch to this guy right here. You nibble, you see if he'll expand his zone, but don't give him anything to hit. If you walk him, not a big deal. You have a double play opportunity set up.
That's in there. It's 0-1.
Late in the game, everyone gets a little tighter. Way to get ahead on a really good hitter right there.
Out to center. Taylor sizes this one up. Puts it away for the out. Here comes Max Muncy. He's already homered here in this one. And that drops in for a strike. Next pitch is outside. Runner at second, 2 down. And he grounds one to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Blake Trinan. Well, 1-run game. Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Right through there for a strike. Trinan, a former All-Star, 36 years old, and he was drafted in the 7th round back in 2011. That's a ball, went with the sweeper. On the corner for a strike. Popped up left side. Betts makes the grab, and there's one down. And stepping in for New York, Juan Soto. And first offering is fouled off. Trinan, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against it.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Swing and a foul out of play. Just a slow ground ball this time. Has some trouble with it.
And with that kind of power at the plate, they'll gladly take the single to the opposite field. Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
Now the third baseman, Mark Vientos. He had a big swing for these guys way back in the 1st inning.
Yeah, Boog, he didn't waste any time in this one. The solo shot really got his team going, and he's looking for more right here.
As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that, somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, his stuff is just too good to fail. And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
Soto over at first with one away. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3. It's a double play, and that'll do it for the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Mets 2 and the Dodgers 1. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, A.J. Minter.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
And at the plate for the Dodgers, Andy Pajes. Up the middle, sneaks through, base hit, and the tying run is on with a leadoff single.
Well, just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
The batter will be Michael Conforto. Knee high, that's in for a strike. And that one fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Misses off the plate. Now 1-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Snuck the fastball by him. Here's the second baseman, Hae-Sung Kim. And there's no doubt that they'll feed off the energy from this crowd, right?
I mean, yeah, I'd say the intensity level has gone up a few notches for sure.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Always tough to turn 2 on a speedster like this. It's even harder with him coming out of the left-handed batter's box. You really need something to hit hard on the ground that they can handle to turn 2 quickly.
And he hits a ground ball right side, and it goes just foul. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. And a count 1-2. Next offering is outside.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Headed down the line. And a foul ball. Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Ground ball left side, could be two. Flips it. There's one to first, not in time. Great effort there.
That play won't be trending on social media later on, but it's still important to execute it to perfection. This game is a lot harder than it looks, partner.
Here's Mookie now. 0 for 3 in this one. Turned on, but foul wide of third. Turns and fires to Betts. And Mookie takes.
That's a really good take. Big situation right here. You got some speed over there at first base. He represents the tying run. Question is, do you send him and get him in the scoring position, or do you let that batter swing and maybe put you ahead? He might want to steal second in this spot, but he's dealing with a catcher that has one of the best pop times in the game. He needs to pick his spot very wisely.
Outside low, and it's 2-2. Step off, throw to first. Kim dives back in safely.
He's got plus speed, but in this situation, all eyes are going to be over there trying to keep his lead tight.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. And there's the ball.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Tommy Edman in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Got him! He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
And welcome back to the ballpark. We go to the ninth, and stepping in for New York, Pete Alonso. Trinan back to work. And first offering is fouled off. Ground ball to the right side, and that's a fair ball.
He was definitely late on that pitch, but he didn't get beat. He got the bat on plane and just kept his hands tight to shoot it down the first base line for the knock.
So man aboard. Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. 1 for 3. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the ninth. The next pitch misses, and it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
That clips the corner. Got him swinging. So now here's the DH, Starling Marte. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a flyout. First pitch, and he just misses. To the right side, makes the sliding stop to first, and that's a great play for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent, the arm strength was there, and of course the most important part was getting the out.
Next to hit, Tyrone Taylor. Foul ball there. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. Inside, just missed. Ground ball left side to first, and that is that. One hit, one left. 2, 3, 4 set to hit in the bottom of the ninth. It's the Mets 2 and the Dodgers 1. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Edwin Diaz.
And I can't imagine any save is an easy one. You're holding a small lead on the scoreboard, and you know those hitters are going to give you the best at-bats they can. So it's always high stress. Let's see what he's got here to try and close it out.
Well, one-run game leading off, Tommy Edman. Gets the slider in there for a strike.
No ball. 1 strike.
One-run game, bottom 9.
Ball. Hot.
And now 2-1.
Well, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
He wanted that fastball high and tight, looking for a strikeout, just didn't locate it very well.
The 2-2 on the way. Fastball is outside. Freddie Freeman in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Stays alive.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Got him! He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Oh, you got to be pretty quick with the bat speed these days. So many guys throwing in the upper 90s, and you see the velocity on that one, just tough to catch up to. I mean, guys are coming in, and they're going max effort. They're not looking to go a long distance. They want to get as many strikeouts as they possibly can.
And here's Freddie Freeman. And misses inside. One down, base is empty. And another ball.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Next one misses, and that's ball 3.
You don't want to get beat by a fastball in, and he spits on that one.
Down the middle for a strike. And the count is 3-1. A 1-run lead, and the home team trying to pull it out. Next offering is in for a strike.
As a hitter, you don't know what to expect here in the 3-2. If he'll throw a breaking ball 3-1, he'll do it again 3-2.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
So it's their last chance in this one. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Teoscar Hernandez. 3 strikeouts already. He's 0 for 3. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
1-0.
just missed. Trying to close out a one-run lead here in the last half of inning number 9.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Swing and a miss.
He's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
This could end it. Line, and that's a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
That's tremendous fight from him, and I know it's got the dugout fired up down there. Down to the last strike, and he comes up with a hit to keep the game alive. It ain't over yet.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. Runner on the go. Pitch misses inside. Throw to second. Tag. Out. And that's the ball game.
Great pitcher's duel in this one. You get to a certain point where each pitcher is trying to outdo the other, go a little bit deeper into the ball game. And for these pitchers, it really came down to a few key at-bats. This was a fun one to watch.
And your final score here today, 2-1. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.